so short answer is yes, you can do those things. You would have to have like a mold to like help you do it. A lot of those candles are done in molds, and it just depends. Like I've seen people use like paper towel holder, like cardboard things as like little inserts, which I've practiced with like in the beginning of a lot of my candle making, especially when I didn't have like I didn't put like crystals and herbs and stuff in my candles. When I was doing more like jar candles, I did a lot of layered colored candles. And I still will layer ones. I have, oh man, I plugged my phone in. Can I reach this? Okay. This is just like a good example of one I'm working on. So it's funny enough that you brought it up because I haven't done one of these in a long time. Because I've been so focused on like figuring out what I can paint or create on top of it. But this one smells so good. It smells like man. It smells like woodsy, like men. It's called Golden Santal. That's the fragrance. So this is going to be the Eternal Flame candle. I got one more layer to do on top and with things that I'll be showing you guys when I'm done. So I got the blue at the bottom and then there's the red orange. I'm trying to find, I don't think it's like showing up that good. You can kind of see where I've already like done some like what you would maybe call veins. So what you would do or what I do is I poke holes with do I have one of my skewers? I use these and then I like poke holes in it, which I can show you guys now because I'm going to be needing to do this anyway. So poke through all the way, different layers. I leave all the excess. Oh fuck, not even, sorry, that's probably bad. My bad. So anyway, like I would poke holes all the way through. I will make sure to leave all of this like excess wax around, and that'll kind of give like a veiny effect, especially when I pour the yellow top onto it. So yeah, I'm not gonna be working on this piece for a minute, but at least I got that done. So anyway, so that's like one way to do it. You can take your time and like do things that way. There are reasons why people may not want to do it that way, and like I said, they're going to choose like a mold. A lot of like the candles that you see that are like one color on the inside and a different color on the outside, they're poured into a mold, and then once it dries they take the mold out and then they dip it in like a thing of wax. So that's like a layer. That's like the vein thing you're talking about. Now for like a swirl, you would need like, again, a very specific setup, and you probably, so you would want, I don't know how that would work. Like I said, it would have to be a mold, but like for those clean lines, I kind of don't know how they do that. That is something I might figure out one day. But I know like certain swirls, like there's molds that you do but like I just don't know how it like sits together. I guess you have to like at a certain time in the dyeing process, you probably remove the swirl, but they do get some pretty clean swirls. Cause like when I've done variations of swirls, they're not clean swirls, they're very tie-dye like swirls, but I have seen candles with like a perfect peppermint. So I know it's possible. Most of the time I just don't care to do it. It's just not something I'm overly interested in unless I have like a really specific vision for a piece. But for the most part, I kind of want to treat the top of the candle, the wax, as like a canvas. And I like painting, I like carving into it. For me, that's like that's a spiritual aspect of it. So if I couldn't like, if I wanted to do a spiral, I would probably do something very tedious like I was doing with that one. Instead of deep holes for veins, which is what I'm doing for this candle, it would be like just like a really, that's probably how you get like a nice clean spiral too, is like you kind of carve it in there a certain way, or like probably machine. That's probably what it is. So it's probably like a metal machine press that like goes down, cuts it out perfectly, right? And then like fills the mold. So that's definitely machine stuff. Handmade stuff, that would be intense, I think, in theory, in my knowledge and what I know. So yeah, so I mean, like I said, I get curious with colors. I've done a variety of them. My Helena candle had like blood splatter. It was white candle with blood splatter all over it. I've done like a lava candle, Isle Delfino. that I did for that crystal lady. It was like a huge lava where I layered and did like splatter, more abstract, I guess. There's some tie-dye stuff I've done where the colors like give that watercolor effect. But yeah, so the Eternal Flame, which I think you'll really like that candle when it's done. Whenever I fucking finish it. This candle, I don't know why it's taking me so long. It's also probably because I'm impatient with waiting for it to dry, and then I move on to other things. So, and then I forget about it. It's also probably on a subconscious level just divine timing in the layering of the cycles of the purpose of the candle, right? So anyway, I think that answers the question. Not sure if that could be. Oh, sorry, your comment's really long, so it's not all the way on there. But yeah, no, it's there's a lot of different ways that you can do it, and I'm sure people have other techniques. Those are my techniques and what I know and have seen. And I will do things like that upon request. It's just like I said, for me, it's not always worth the hassle because I like to do stuff with the crystals and the flowers more or like painting the wax more than like other things. Because like for me, if I was to do a swirl, it would just be covered. It would kind of be pointless. Or I would have to be conservative with the top, and I don't like being conservative with the top of my candles. So yeah. So anyway, hope that answers your question.